Hey, what's going on, guys? This is in Persona 64, and I got some mix-up gameplay. I just grabbed a couple of clips that I recorded in Battlefield and GTA, but what I wanted to talk about was the E3 conference. I watched the Xbox one, not completely through. I think I missed maybe the first 10, 15 minutes maybe, but I watched the whole PlayStation conference through so I can give my impressions and what I thought of it, of the both the conferences, and as far as who won E3 actually, because that's kind of what I really want to talk about. I have a friend who works with me, and I talk to her on Facebook sometimes, and she was saying that PlayStation won the E3 conference this year. And while I'll admit Sony did have some nice offerings, none that I really cared about other than the new Uncharted game, and they didn't actually show it, but Rocket League, they actually showed Rocket League before the Sony conference actually, and I got to watch that while I was laying on my bed. But Rocket League is another game that I'm excited for. It wasn't shown at the conference, but it's a game worth having because I actually played the first version of Rocket League, which was called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars. They were like the longest title game on PlayStation 3, and it was a really awesome game. It was basically rocket cars that play soccer. You just hop around, you play soccer. So there was that game that I was looking forward to, and there was Uncharted, which is a pretty awesome game. Other than that, Sony also announced Morpheus, their VR headset thing, and that's pretty cool, but I think that's more catered towards people who are interested in that, and also older people who, I don't know, they didn't grow up with virtual reality, but they obviously heard about it from, like movies and stuff. People talked about like, oh, virtual reality is like the future, and there are movies about VR and stuff. So I think older people and people who are also into that technology that want to use that kind of stuff, because someone like me who just plays video games with a controller or a mouse and keyboard, I don't really care about VR. I mean, it's cool, it's almost like 3D, but not really, but it's not really something that I'm interested in. It's like the same as the Kinect thing. I mean, it's kind of cool to be able to turn on your PlayStation or Xbox, actually, because Kinect is Xbox, and I think PlayStation has, like, PlayStation Eye. It's kind of cool to be able to turn it on with your voice, but other than that, I wasn't interested in that either. I wasn't interested in motion controls. I mean, the 6-axis thing was actually pretty cool back when GTA 4 was pretty awesome. Was like new. You'd use the 6-axis to reload it, and you just like shake the controller. That was pretty cool. I just shook my hand to do the motion because I remember it like it was yesterday. Man, that game was awesome back in the day. Anyway, Sony had the VR. Sony had a couple of titles that people are interested in, like Final Fantasy VII, a new Final Fantasy, Shenmue, a game that I don't really know about, and there was another game, and I'm totally just drawing a blank, but there was another game. So they had those, but Xbox, on top of having the new controller, which I'm excited about, I really want to buy, even though I hear it's going to be like $150, they also included backwards compatibility. So if you have an Xbox One and you have Xbox 360 games, or you have an Xbox 360 and you haven't like adopted an Xbox One because of the price tag, and also because you're worried that you wouldn't be able to play your games again, like your 360 games, guess what? You can play them. I don't know when they're going to update it so you can do it, but apparently you can do it. So, honestly, backwards compatibility was the one thing that I believe that could win the console war. Because being able to play your old games is actually a big deal. I don't care what anybody says. You should be able to play the old games that you have. You shouldn't have to, use two different consoles. I think that as you move forward, you should be implementing on the same technology used before, so that you can actually use your old stuff, your old games. You don't have to have two consoles plugged in. You'd think that PlayStation would be able to do it, but they can't apparently because of the cell processor. It was like a different technology, so when people develop games for the PS3, it just wouldn't be compatible with the PS4 because of the way the PS4 is set up. It's similar to a computer, just like the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So, with all that said, I feel like Xbox One, because Xbox has backwards compatibility, new controllers, or a new controller, one new controller, and I mean they have nice titles, but PlayStation has nice titles. PlayStation has the VR, but that's it. So honestly, it's kind of like 2 to 1 when it comes to consoles, and that's why I believe Xbox kind of won E3 this year. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.